The Pandora's box of space tourism has been opened, and our world will never remain the same again. Rich people are going to space, and it gets crazier. We have Richard Branson and Jeff Bezos flying into space like they're taking a trip to your local Walmart. The space war is on between Blue Origin, SpaceX, and Virgin Galactic. While both Jeff Bezos and Richard Branson have gone to space already, what do they plan for other space tourists? There's a lot to keep track of in this world, but let's find out what the space race is all about and what they're trying to do. The true origin of the space race. The space race didn't start a mere decade ago or lesser. In fact, we can trade it all the way back to the 1980s when Peter Diamandis established the Students for the Exploration and Development of Space SEDS Association. About a decade later, Jeff Bezos became the chapter president, and it was pretty much where Amazon founder got more interested in space tourism. However, Peter wasn't satisfied with the level of growth and actual space travel taking place at the association, and even the world. So he decided to start up something interesting. The plan was to initiate the Ansari X Prize to encourage participants to create new space travel technology. This competition sparked a lot of attention as investors went to work to come up with something revolutionary. Guess who won the event? Microsoft's Paul Allen, and this is where Richard Branson comes in. Born in 1950, Richard Branson was already publishing his own youth magazine at the age of 16. 4 years later, he launched his mail-order record business, and by 22, he opened his chain of Virgin Record stores, which later expanded into Virgin Airlines, Virgin Mobile Phone Services, Virgin Rail, and our major focus, Virgin Galactic. He definitely hit the ground running. Ever the rogue billionaire and daredevil, Virgin Galactic followed his vision of diving into the world of space tourism. What do you think a trip to space has? Here's Richard Branson's answer. A trip to space should be luxurious and comfortable, apart from being exciting. So instead of a rocket, Virgin Galactic picked up the sleek space plane for high rollers. Let's get back to the competition. While Paul won the $10 million prize for the creation of the Scaled Composites Tier 1 platform found in White Knight, one of the spaceships won, Richard bought the technology and used this to establish Virgin Galactic. And so, Virgin Galactic was born in 2004 with a full dive into the world of space tourism. Although this didn't start until 2009 as the company suffered a lot of setbacks. It started with the unfortunate crash of its first-generation Spaceship 2 in the Mojave Desert during a test flight. The good news is that the company overcame those difficulties enough to roll out the VSS Unity in 2016 as their second spacecraft. In 2018, VSS Unity had its first powered flight, which set the record of Virgin Galactic becoming the first publicly traded space tourism company. It took just a year for the company's shares to double, and then in the first half of 2021, the company was worth more than $10 billion. That will definitely be much more considering that Richard finally boarded the VSS Unity alongside 2 pilots and 3 mission specialists in July of 2021. It may have taken almost 2 decades for this to happen, but this launched Richard Branson to the forefront of the space race. The flight started from Spaceport America, New Mexico, which is known as the world's first commercial spaceport. The spacecraft was attached to the underbelly of a carrier ship and took off from a conventional runway. After flying up to 50,000 feet and reaching a speed of about 2,300 miles per hour, the carrier ship finally released the spacecraft and the engines ignited to start the mission that would rock headlines. The VSS Unity only went to the edge of space, but didn't orbit Earth. However, Richard flew to an altitude of about 50 miles with about 4 minutes of weightlessness. Yes, it may not seem like much, given the billions of dollars already pumped into this project. However, that short-lived experience was an exciting one that signified a major milestone in space travel. Shortly after the spacecraft made its way back to Earth and finally glided to a stop to signify the end of a successful trip, riding on the success of this quick journey into space, Virgin Galactic raised its prices on future space trips, which went from $200,000 per seat to $250,000. Of course, as they have more successful trips, the prices will rise again. Still, this isn't a hefty price tag given the category of people that would be able to afford space travel for now. These are the elites and billionaires who don't mind spending hundreds of thousands of dollars for a few minutes of space exploration. Still, Richard Branson is the first of many billionaires to go on this trip, but he has opened the door to a new world of space tourism, and many people would take the opportunity to leave Earth for a short while. Is space travel becoming a thing? It's no secret that the 3 companies pursuing space tourism are SpaceX from Elon Musk, Blue Origin from Jeff Bezos, and of course Virgin Galactic. When man started venturing into space, a round-trip ticket cost as much as $40 million in 2011. Today, it's only a fraction of that cost to fly in low orbit. even though prices are set to rise as time goes on. This is for a short journey that starts with a spacecraft hooked to the underbelly of a support plane, and then it detaches at a particular altitude where the engines take over before it finally glides to Earth. However, the highlight of the journey is the passengers getting a perfect view of the Earth on one side and nonetheless of space on the other. Even better, these rich tourists get to experience a few seconds of weightlessness during the return to Earth, much like real astronauts. During the short time, they would be able to leave their seats, take pictures, and look out the portholes. Considering that this cost about $250,000 for 6 minutes of spaceflight, that would be an average of $40,000 per minute. However, the space tourism companies claim that this ticket price includes the suit, days of preparations, and everything else the tourists would need leading up to the trip. But is this really a trip to space? We could say yes, since space flight starts at an altitude of 100 kilometers. When it comes to space travel, Richard Branson is serious about making giant strides and already has a deal with NASA to organize trips to their International Space Station. Virgin Galactic will be responsible for picking tourists and organizing the trip itself. Jeff Bezos is also looking to get his company, Blue Origin, fully into the world of space tourism. The commercial spaceflight is expected to take place on the suborbital launcher known as New Shepard. This spacecraft has a successful launch from its base in West Texas on January 14th, where they tested some important innovations on the aircraft. It was a successful mission that reached an altitude of 105 kilometers. The capsule on this craft can accommodate 6 passengers comfortably and has large windows for a great view of the Earth's curvature while in space. Although Blue Origin doesn't have a specific price tag for its space tourists just yet, we don't expect that it will be any less than what Virgin Galactic charges currently. There's no doubt that a lot of people are in the queue to get into space, and despite how unpredictable Elon Musk is, he'll also be getting a lot of attention for his space tourism company. However, it's not surprising that he doesn't mince words about his type of space tourism being devoted entirely to the elites. Now we know for sure that becoming a tourist in space is more than a dream. 3 space tourism companies are extremely close to making it a regular venture, and the leader of the space race is Richard Branson. It'll be interesting to see how the others take over and bring enough competition into the space tourism market. And that's a wrap. Would you ever consider spending hundreds of thousands of dollars just to spend less than 10 minutes in space? Let us know in the comments. Did you like this video? Well, we're always posting amazing content like this, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out. Thanks for watching.